This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, your net control. And we also have Wilson, who is manning the Slow Scan TV YouTube channel right now, and we'll see if we've got anybody else out there. I'll check that in a moment. But let's start with number one here, N6PTQ. Is that Neil? Would you please go ahead and let us know if you're ready to go, and we'll start out with our first image of the evening.
Well, that's Bob, and this will be PD 120.
Kilo India 1, Tango Tango Yankee, I can say that, Kitty, and I'm the net control for the River City Arcs SSTV tonight, and thanks so much, Bob, I'll get it right one of these days, thanks so much, Bob, for sending this image. Just want to say that it's so sad that you shrank the Liberty Bell. I'm going to go right to James, 86JG. What do you think we got here?
Well, this is James Alpha Echo 6 Juliet Golf. You stole my thunder. Well, this is the bell that Bob rings every evening when he wants dinner brought to him. So that's what I see. Back to you.
That's so good. I love that. That's, Garcon, my snack right now. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. Hey, let's move on to George, N6YG. What do you think?
Oh, really well here. I'm still trying to, I should have calibrated my sound card, but I don't have any coax run to my HF antenna. So the picture actually came out real good, and that's what it looks like to me. It looks like one of those bells that someone rings for a servant. I have one on my phone. I just shake the phone, and it annoys the heck out of my wife. I was messing with her when I got really sick. And I loaded that bell thing on my phone, and I would shake it.
That's funny. It's a really nice image. Since we have the ability to do this, KL7 HQR, Neil, do you want to comment?
Roger, KL7 HQR, good evening. Beautiful, beautiful copy, no problem at all. And very, very sharp picture. I agree with you guys up to a point, but it looks to me like a 1950s UFO pictures with an Elon Musk launcher on top of it. It could be that, or it could be one of those bells that they use on Christmas, you know, when you have the bell, many bells doing the melody, so one of those. But beautiful copy, absolutely no problem at all. That's it.
Thanks so much, Neil. I just love this. So, Bob, tell us about the bell. And Wilson, in N6 EMF, if you have the opportunity to comment in the chat box, go right ahead. And thanks so much for doing the Slow Scan TV, by the way, guys. It is up on Slow Scan if you're not watching it on the YouTube channel. So, Bob, go ahead.
Well, there should have been something that showed scale in the picture. The bell is actually somewhere around 10 or 11 inches tall. It was a bell that my wife's grandmother used to call the students in to her class. She taught at Willard Junior High School in Berkeley in the 1920s and 30s, and she was a bloomer girl. So this is a school bell. They didn't have electronic ones in those days, so this is a manual call in the kids end of period bell, N6PGQ.
N6PGQ, Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. That is spectacular. And I wonder if our relatives knew each other, because my family was in the Bay Area, in Oakland and Berkeley at that time, and Willard Junior High rings a bell, and I have to check my mom's, what is it, that stupid book that you get at the end of the year, yearbook, that's it. I'll check that and see if that's the same name, because it just rings a bell. Okay, well, thanks so much. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, and you're listening to the River City Arcs Slow Scan TV Net. So let's go on to George. N6YG, are you able to send a picture?
Yeah, I think I can. I think I have this all set up. I was doing packet off the ISS, so let's see if it works here. And I'm going to send this PD90. Or maybe not. Was anything coming off?
There was stuff coming off. It was actually working okay. There just was some background talking there. I don't know where that was coming from, but yeah. So try again. Go for it.
George, it sounded like there was an open mic.
Actually, I see it now. That's interesting. I'm not sure what happened. Windows is really screwing out with the audio subsystem right now. So I'll send this. Everybody's going to have to be quiet here until I figure out what's going on.
Kilo India 1, Tango Tango Yankee, and you're listening to the River City Arcs Slow Scan TV Net. All right, George, that was great. It's a little grainy for me, but I'm going to go straight to Neil, KL7 HQR, and see what he has to say about this picture.
Yeah, KL7 HQR. Yeah, George, good picture, good setting. There was some interference. Still, it sounded like you have some voice and some additional noise or signal overriding it. But the picture came out okay. A lot of interference, of course, but there is N6YG on the left-hand side in red, Rocky on the right-hand side, and what appears to be a German Shepherd in the center, with some grass in the background, some rocky, what appears to be some rocky foreground behind the dog. So overall, very good picture with some interference. Good job. Good job. That's it.
Much, Neil. Bob, N6 PGQ.
I heard the audio in there also, which I think degraded the picture somewhat. Neil described it pretty well. Over the dog's left ear is a patch of white area, and somewhat above its right ear also a smaller patch. Could be gravel or snow or something to that effect, or just the lighting in the picture. Came through well, considering all the noise that was on the signal. N6 PGQ.
Thanks so much, Neil. Bob. We'll try that again. James, what do you think?
Well, hopefully I get to meet Rocky. George was mentioning, I think earlier, that he had a German Shepherd, and I bet this is him. It's clear at the top, and then it gets grainy all the way throughout, but you can still see the image again. There's a sound issue in the shack somehow that has to be tracked down, but pretty good, as Bob said, given all the interference. Alpha Echo 6, Juliet Golf, back to you, Jen.
Thanks so much, James. This is Kilo India 1, Tango Tango Yankee. All right, so next up on the list would be you, James. Fire away.
All right, this will be PD-120.
Can I make a comment on my image?
Yes.
Okay, I think I tracked down the problem. Windows, for some reason, is just having a field day with the audio on this computer, and it keeps changing the default speaker system. So I have the default should be the regular speakers for the computer, and I have a separate sound card for doing sound card packet. And for some reason, it occasionally just defaults to the radio sound card and sets it as a default output. So I was watching the YouTube web page while I was sending this. I brought it up, and you can see exactly when I did bring it up. That's when the interference line started. So what was happening is it was picking up the delay from the website, and it was feeding the YouTube audio or something from the computer into the transmit audio, and I can see it on. I kept tapping the mic. It wasn't the microphone, so it was coming from the computer.
And I skipped, pardon me, Kilo India 1, Tango Tango Yankee. I skipped asking your explanation, George, so explain to us your dog picture.
That's just Rocky. Just Rocky. He's my service dog. He's a rescue as well. He replaced Alpha, which I had for quite a few years. I'll send a picture of him. Alpha was just a family member. He saved my life, so it was real tragic when he passed away. But this is Rocky, and he stepped up to the plate. He's a heck of a dog. And they took this picture. This is in our driveway. That's a gravel driveway. And so I took this picture there, and then of course you can see the grass in the background. That's also another part of the property. So other than that, I'll try to send this again and see if we can get a clear image. If not, I'm going to have to work on the interface or try a different computer.
Roger that. Thanks, George. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. You're listening to the River City Arcs Slow Scan TV Net. Just want to let you know that I'm checking out the YouTube channel, and we've got out there today, besides Wilson, N6EMF, we've got Bill at N6WLM, and we've got Gary Hayes, KG6SMX. Shout out to you guys, and thanks for watching. Hope you guys can join again soon by transmitting your own pictures. And if you have problems with that, let us know, and we'll see if we can help out with that. All right, Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, AE6JG, you ready to go?
Yes, this will be PD 120. AI-60G, good evening.
Good evening, AI-60G. Hold there, please, for just a second. AE6JG, thanks for sending that picture. I'm just going to say quickly that I've got a couple lines and a few pixel pops, and a lot of instrumentation there. I almost want to say it's a boat or a plane, but based on those orange knobby things, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, AE6DG, are you going to join us tonight with a photo before we go around the table here on James's photo?
AI-60G, when my turn comes, I have a photo ready. Thanks for being there.
Copy that. Thanks so much. All right, let's go up to the top. N6YG. What do you think?
I came over great. I got a little bit of interference across the center line, something, the center of the picture or something, keyed up or something. The cockpit of an airplane, I don't know that I recognize the airplane right now, but definitely looks like the cockpit of an older aircraft, a tail dragger maybe with a stick, no yoke. And other than that, the picture came out really good. N6YG.
Thanks very much, George. Let's see, Bob, and it's PGQ. What do you think?
Well, I think it's going to be a 2025 Prius. They wanted a larger display, and they want to imitate analog gauges, so that's what I think it is. No, actually, I agree. I believe is an airplane gauge cluster. You've got a inclinometer on the bottom left and a whole bunch of different gauges and switches. You've got the throttle with the white knob, and I think Neil would be able to describe what this stuff is, but I think we're looking at the dash of an airplane, and it looks like they're in, obviously on the ground because there's a hangar just above the right part of the window, N6 PGQ.
Thanks so much, Bob. Neil, KL7 HQR, what do you think?
KL7 well, Bob, thinks too much of me. But yeah, it looks like a small airplane. The interesting thing is that what appears to be on the window is like a jetway, so which would imply a large airport. And this seems to be, like Bob indicated, a very private small airplane. So somebody did a pretty good job getting a small airplane in a big airport. But the picture quality is very, very good. That's it.
Thank you, Neil. AI6GG, Joel, what do you think?
Probably a plane of some kind. I'd say a home DIY. That dash doesn't look professionally made, although I'm not a plane person, so I don't know. And, well, professionally made, commercially made, because if you can build your own plane, it sure sounds like pretty professional to me. Kind of hard to tell just what we're looking at through the windshield. You can't really see too much. And the two orangey knobbies, I wonder if they're pilot-co-pilot controls or if that's one U-shaped yoke that we're looking at. Lots of dials, none of the modern electronic display avionics back in that AI6DG.
Thanks, Joel. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Yankee, and you're watching the River City. I'm listening to the River City Arcs Slow Scan TV Net. George Henry Thompson, K6HUH, says hi from the chat box on the YouTube channel. Let's go to AU6JG for an explanation of his picture. Go ahead.
Thanks, Jen. This is James, Alpha Echo 6, Juliet Golf. This is a picture of the inside of a 1954 Cal Air Model A4 built in Afton, Wyoming. It's a mountain plane. Maybe in future evenings I'll show you the whole plane. A friend of mine, Greg, who's watching on YouTube tonight, owns the plane, and when he was a young pilot learned to fly in this plane as a kid. I was out at Yolo Airport. The Experimental Aircraft Association was having a fundraiser for their Young Eagles program on Sunday, and they were taking kids up in airplanes trying to get them interested in becoming pilots. So that's the story. With regard to the details of how to fly it, I don't know, but again, if there's any questions, Greg is listening on YouTube and may be able to answer in the chat. This is James, Alpha Echo 6, Juliet Golf.
86JG, Kilo India 1 Tango Yankee. Thanks very much for that picture and a really interesting explanation. As always with all of you, the pictures and the stories have been fabulous. So let's go on to KL7 HQR. Neil, are you ready to go?
Roger, KL7 HQR is going to be TD120, but before we go, I want to say thanks to Wilson. Looks like YouTube is going on very well. Thanks for your work over there. Great. So this is PD120.
Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, and you're listening to the River City Arc Slow Scan TV Net. Just want to make sure that there are no other stations out there that want to join us right now. So make a shout out to any other stations that wish to join in right now. Alrighty, let's go to Bob, N6PGQ. What do you think?
Well, I know exactly what it is, so I'm going to pass.
Copy that, Bob. Thanks so much. James, A6JG.
And the photo came in great. A few black pixel pops in the sky. It's a girl signing in or signing up for something. A man holding a younger child behind him. I'm assuming they're all together. And then it looks like a man in a hat sitting down. I don't know what this is, but the photo is good and clear. Yeah, look forward to learning more. Back to you, Jen, AE6JG.
Thanks so much. George, N6YG, what do you think?
Picture came over absolutely fantastic, and that person in the hat looks real familiar, but it's been a while. It's obviously an event. I don't know if it's a field day event or a ham radio related event, because you can see the canopy. So, no, I have no idea where this is at. Looks like it's out at a park. Is that an RV I see in the background? With a red truck going in. All right, back to that, N6YG.
Thanks so much, George. Joel, AI6DG.
Yeah, by event, I'm guessing what was that farm day that happened a weekend or two ago. So we've got a father holding a toddler daughter, standing in front of a daughter leaning over on a table and writing on something. Two tables, one on the left kind of empty, I see a pen and a water bottle on it. The one on the right, all kinds of various group stuff, a notepad, some wires. I'm not sure. It's half the table is obscured by the guy in a red shirt and a straw hat sitting on obviously talking with the father and daughter doing something, and they're all underneath a blue pop-up tent with grass, trees, trucks, a trailer off in the distance in the background. What event? And what is she signing up for? That's the question. AI6TG, back to that.
This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. Thanks all for your comments. I think I know too, since I was there, and I think this is Bob, and that's why he's passing on it. So let's go to Neil.
Roger. Well, yeah, thank you. Jenny, you definitely know because you were there. CL7HUR. And yes, this was on the Farm and Tractor Day last weekend in Rio Linda at the Dry Creek Park. And this is Bob in red shirt and a hat. And there was a young lady that was signing up for something, and the story behind it is kind of interesting. Bob is so fantastically good with dealing with kids that he has a very nice skill that goes all the way from the Pony Express and explaining to the kids about the Morse code and etc. and it leads down to them writing their names and then finding the characters and sending it in Morse code. This young lady was so enthusiastic that she came in and she did it so well early during the day, and later she came back. She was so enthusiastic. She said, I need to bring my father. I want my father to do it. So, and that's what she's doing. She's signing in for her father to actually do the Morse code. So, congrats, Bob. Fantastic job with the kids, and it was fun. Back to that.
That's a great story. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, and you're listening to the River City Arcs Slow Scan TV Net. That's just fabulous. Good job, Bob and Neil, for memorializing the moment. All right, we've got A60G. Joel, are you ready to send?
Yes, I think you have a call sign wrong. It's Alpha India, not Alpha Echo. And let him tell me if I've got Tony here.
Copy the tone. Yeah, I just can't read my own handwriting. Thanks so much. So go ahead. That's a nice picture. It came really clear through on mine. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, and I'm going to go up to George, N6YG. What do you think?
It came over real well here. I got a little green line on one side that you'd normally see if the image was skewed, but the image isn't skewed. The Capitol Mall has got perfectly straight lines on it, so I'm not sure what that is off to the side. And obviously this is the Capitol. It's a great picture. Came over beautiful over here, N6YG.
Thanks, George. AE6JG.
Well, it's an aerial shot of the Capitol in, well, I think it's Washington. And the photo came through really well. Very few pixel pops. I don't see any call sign interference. I mean, it just came through beautifully. The photo itself looks old. It looks a little faded, but that just could be maybe taking a picture through the window of an airplane. Back to you. This is AE6JG.
Thanks, James. Bob, N6PGQ.
Well, as far as I can tell, this is from the backside of the Capitol. The reflecting pond is there in the place where all the speeches were given. It looks like a screen capture from CNBC, who has its logo in the upper right-hand corner of the picture. Quality of the picture is really good. It is slightly skewed on the left. That might be my computer. And has just a couple of red pixel pops in the picture, but really, really good quality. transmission, N6PGQ.
Thanks, Bob. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. KL7 HQR. What do you think?
Oh, not much to add, KL7 very good copy on a picture, and yes, it looks like, I don't know if it is a screenshot from the TV, but CNBC is over there, and very good copy. The question that comes up is, why does anybody knows what the three tones for NBC, tone, 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 what do they mean, where they come from? But that's a story for another video. That's it.
Thanks, Neil. Now I'm curious. AI6DG, Joel, tell us about your picture.
Just watching, streaming, show something or another, obviously a CNBC show, and said, ooh, that's a nice photo, screen capture, and here it is. And it's just an unusual perspective, and very nice shot. You don't always get all that many aerial shots in DC since it's such restricted airspace. So someone got permission to take this shot, that's for sure. Yeah, from what you can call the backside, because that's another thing it's nice, is it's a little different perspective. We got the beginning of the Capitol Mall on the top, and actually in the middle on the bottom side would be where the visiting center is, the underground, or at least one level down into the ground visitor center. Kind of hard to recognize where all the things is. You're so far up, but I think we've got like the Supreme Court buildings on the bottom, and some of the art museums and the Smithsonian Aeronautical Museum on this end of the mall up on top. And I suppose the two big buildings on the lower left are probably office buildings for the members that attend their duties in the main building in the middle. I've never gone on the tour of this. That'd be something to do if I ever get back to DC. I've been there a few times and had a wonderful time playing tourist. You can spend a month there going to all of the museums and such in the area. Back to that, yeah, 6TG.
All right, thanks so much, Joel. That's lovely. And you have a good explanation. I want to go back to Neil and have him tell me about the tone. Neil?
Didn't mean to get everybody thought about it. Well, NBC used to be owned by General Electric, and the three drones are G, E, and C from General Electric Corporation, and that's where you get the three tones for NBC. That's it.
Copy that, Neil. Thanks so much. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, and you're listening to the River City Arc Slow Scan TV Net. All right, I think I'm last in the food chain here, so I'm going to send PD 120. Thanks so much. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, and Neil, thanks so much. The River City Arc Slow Scan.
Yeah, 1TTY N6PGQ, your audio from the YouTube is coming through on the speaker.
about that. I left my sound link on. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. Let's go to George, N6Y6. I'm sorry about the graininess on this photo.
It happened to you, that happened to me. And just for reference, if you're running Windows 10 or 11, you can get to the master sound card settings by typing system sounds into the search box, and it'll bring up the original, very old sound control panel that controls sound and playback and recording, and you can very quickly make changes in there that will propagate through the whole subsystem, where some of the other areas where you adjust sound in Windows are just don't propagate through. Anyhow, I also wanted to say hello to Hank. He mentioned that he had said hello, and it just dawned on me that I tried twice I've been on, and I forgot to say hi. That's Hank and Gert. They've been around quite some time. So with that, this picture, it's a beautiful antique car, spoke rims, and I don't know who the gentleman is, but that's a great picture. Maybe you can send it again, and we can get a little clearer. Back to that N6YG.
Thanks, George, and thanks for the recommendations on the sound stuff with Windows. Yeah, I'm on 11. AE6JG, James, what do you think?
Well, I look forward to hearing what age and what model, what make this car is, and who the person is standing next to it. You and George, N6YG, basically had the same problem tonight with feedback or sound coming through your computers and radios. So it's fuzzy consistently throughout. And I look forward to hearing more about it. It's the same blue as my Ford Expedition, by the way. Okay, back to you, Jen, AE6JG.
It's a great blue.
I like it.
Wow, thank you. My radio just reset. Not so good. Okay, so let's move down to Bob. I might have already told you about this, Bob. But Bob, N6PGQ.
Seems like I'm getting to go first on a lot of things. So we have a picture that's kind of slightly skewed to the left. The person that is standing there in the straw hat or felt hat, I can't tell exactly what it is leaning kind of a little bit to port, standing next to a 5-window coupe with a set of yellow painted wheels and the hubcaps on it. Looks to me like it's probably a Model A. It could be a 32, but it looks more like a Model A to me. Can't quite tell from this angle. Anyway, interesting picture, and we'll see what it is. N6PGQ.
Thanks so much, Bob. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, and you're listening to the River City Arcs Slow Scan TV Net. Neil, KL7HQR, what do you think?
Oh, very little to add. Beautiful, beautiful picture. I am looking forward to getting a better resolution on it, and I wonder who the gentleman is. That's it.
Thanks, Neil. And lastly, Joel, AI6DG, what do you think?
That was fascinating to listen to and watch the picture come up, because listening to it, you think, no way that it's going to decode a picture out of that, because it was such a mess of echoes and echoes on echoes on echoes, and it was, but the picture came out. I'm sure it would have been better had the audio been correct, and it's kind of a grainy mess of a picture, but you can definitely see and an older guy, looks like he's having a good time, standing next to his car, blue, old 30s style coupe, in original condition, not one of those cut-down hot rods, with forest, some trees in the background, so I'm assuming this is at the farm and tractor show. But Nice old car. Nice to see some old original one like that still on the road. Back to that, yeah, 60G.
Thanks, Joel. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. So this was a little, just kind of a lovely little moment. I did go out to the Farm and Tractor Show, and as I was coming in and getting the drool from the dog at the corner as you walk in, this car was coming in, and I followed it because my partner bought from my brother a 1928 Model A, and it was a friend of his, and when he passed away, his wife gave the cars to Steve because he helped the other guy restore them because my brother's a mechanic, machinist, restorationist, yada yada. Anyway, hers is a 1928, this is a 1930, so I came up to ask him about the car, and he said this was his first car, and he got it when he was 16, when he turned 16 as a birthday present, and his parents paid $100 for this 1930 Model A, which I thought was fabulous, and he has owned it his entire life. That's one of my best stories of the week, and my partner is currently helping her mom settle into assisted living. She's on hospice. And so this was kind of a cheerful moment, and she wants to reconnect with this gentleman named Richard and talk about cars, because she actually works on hers too. So that's my story. Any comments?
Congratulations. I hope she gets to connect it. It looks like there is a very interesting connection between people of such a different age and related to such beautiful automobiles.
Yeah, hers is just, it's a white with the butterfly in the back with the number 5 and the word Mariposa because my brother's friend, well, my brother lives in Mariposa and his friend lived there too. And it's a beautiful car. And Richard here wanted to see if he could get it repainted, and the shop said, well, we literally have to take everything apart to repaint this properly, and it'd be like 40 grand. And at that point, Richard's like, yeah, I like the original color, and I don't think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, the patina and the dents and dings, because, you know, we all have dents and dings at that age. I'm not quite sure how old Richard does, but up there. And it was such a fabulous little moment, and a beautiful car, and it looked like it ran well. Sounded like it ran well. Do we have any other comments or any other stations waiting out there that would like to join our River City Arcs Slow Scan TV Net?
Number 6, Whiskey Lima, Mike.
Is that Bill?
I guess so. Bill and Roseville.
Well, there you are. Are you able to join us and send a picture?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm ready to send a picture if you guys are willing to have it.
Absolutely. Fire away.
November 6th, Whiskey Lima, Mike, Bill and Roseville, and this will be TV 120.
a good mystery. Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. Thanks so much, Bill, N6WLM. Let's start with Bob, N6PTK. What do you think?
Well, on my poor old computer, the resolution isn't so good. So I'll start with the back corner. The back corner looks like it's a 2-meter radio with a set of illuminated buttons on it. And in the front, we have some kind of a scope, I would imagine, with the control knobs. There are 5 of them, and a red light indicating it must be turned on. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of monitor that is, and I'm at a loss other than that. Quality of the picture is good. There are some pixel pops in the dark parts of the picture, and a few through the scope in the middle. N6PTK.
Thanks so much, Rob. AE6JG, James?
Thanks, Jen. Yeah, it looks like an oscilloscope and maybe an FTM 300 in the back left. I love that we're like sharing all these old classics. So I look forward to hearing more. I know Bill has some other classic radios. He shared some pictures with me via WinLink, which we were practicing on the other week, which was kind of fun. Back to you, Jen. AE6JG.
Thanks so much, James. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. Neil, KL7 HQR.
Yeah, KL7HQR. Yeah, for the moment, I thought it was an old SSTV apparatus because of the green. And we used to use the P8 phosphorus, the green. And I used to have a robot one, the first one that came out. It definitely is not a robot, it's a different one, but it could be one of the original P8s, although since the picture is very steady from top to bottom, I don't think, because in the old SSTVs, it would fade gradually, so very curious, but otherwise the quality of the pictures came in very well. As what Bob said, there was some pops on the bottom, dark, but otherwise it's absolutely perfect. Excellent.
Thanks, Neil. George, N6YG.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. It is. It looks like one of the original SSTV decoders. It has the green phosphorus tube. It doesn't look like the original Robot 36, but I don't recognize the model. But that's exactly what it looks like. N6YG.
Thank you, George. And let's go to Joel, AI6 DT.
Well, looking at it, it looks fairly new in terms of CRT devices. The knobs have kind of a modern look to it. It's not an oscilloscope. It just doesn't have the right knobs for that. It's not a TV. It doesn't have the right knobs for that. So I'm thinking, yeah, slow scan something or another. And I don't know, I'd guess sometimes in the 70s or 80s. Got kind of a interesting look to it. Back to that AI6DG.
Thanks, Joel. So let's go to N6WLM and Bill, and tell us about your picture.
Thanks. That's very good guesses. Neil was the first to get it correctly. It is actually a slow scan TV monitor. This is a Venus SS2. That's Sierra 2, and it doesn't quite work. It has a nice hum to it, and it can receive black and white SSTV transmissions from SSTV. There's a black and white 8. And it can kind of receive those, but it sure does like to scream at me. There's a large, very large hum that comes from the machine. And I was hoping to restore it, or maybe try to get it working and play a little more with it, but I think it might be beyond my technical ability,
and I'm also expecting a little one tomorrow. So this is actually free to a good home. So if anybody would like this slow scan TV, this Venus SS2, you go and email me, good on CureZ, and I'll pick somebody randomly, and you could have it. And hopefully you can get working, and we can see it actually receive images. So that's the story. Back then, November 6th with Kilo Mike.
That's great. That's just great, Bill. This is Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee, and you're listening to the River City Arcs Slow Scan TV Net. Just again, congratulations. Hope everything goes well with your first or second and third, fourth, and I just hope it all goes well tomorrow for you and your wife. So let's see now. Any other comments from the folks out there and Slow Scan TV Net before I tidy things up here? Go ahead, Neil.
Yeah, Bill, I just want to say, Bill, we met you for the first time at the tractor days the other day, and you and your lovely wife. So, again, congratulations, like Jenny said, and we hope everything goes absolutely 100% fantastic. And we have a new ham coming up in a few years. Second, little shout out to Bill. To George Yankee Golf, because I have read your letter, that your email that you sent on the Aries thing. Very, very thorough, very fantastic, very covering the technical side, covering several other sides. So looking forward to working with you on that. So back to that.
Thanks so much, Neil. Agree with you, especially on both the congratulations and the letter from George. That was very thorough, and I hope to move that along to the folks at Aris to discuss. Are there any other comments?
I'm just looking at comments online, and Greg, the owner of the airplane picture that I sent, I see is encouraging you to take a driving class at the Old Car Museum. That would be interesting. I know you don't need it, but that would be fun.
Yeah, Dave. I'm to drive the one that Ann has, but she is really an expert at flicking. It's been a long time since you've had a choke, and then you flick the thing on the you turn the fuel on, you flick the choke on, and then you've got the little thing on the steering wheel, and I don't even know what that's called. Anyway, there's like 5 steps before you can start the car to get it to start. And then after that, free speed on the floor, so free on the floor. It's really interesting because the first 2 have a really short distance, and ramp up before you really need to be in third. It's a joy, though. It's like a Thelma and Louise thing. You should have a scarf and sunglasses and enjoy the sunshine in it. All right, Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee. And are there any other comments?
I actually do have a comment.
Go ahead, George.
If you look at the, I can't believe that they're still linking to this, and I just downloaded the widget again so I can get this up. But if you look at the River City Arcs SSTV Net page, across the bottom you'll notice my N6YG SSTV stream. Back when we were doing this before, I used to automatically upload the images to this web page so people could watch it before we did the YouTube thing. And the last picture looks like it was in 2017, but if you scroll down, you will notice that I let the SSTV receiver run during the ISS passes when they were sending slow scan TV, and there are several ISS images that were downloaded when it was flying overhead here. So that's you can either get the link over at the N6NA website, or it's just QSL.net and my call sign N6YG, and it should pull it right up. I'm going to see if I can get that going again. And I'm glad I was able to kind of help a little bit with letters. that I sent out there, so I appreciate the feedback. N6YG.
Yes, George, I think it's going to be really helpful to nail down exactly what we need and interface with Eris and get it right the first time. So thanks very much. Are there any other comments out there?
This for running the net, and to Wilson N6EMF for running the live YouTube stream.
Thank you. Thanks, Wilson. He just commented. Really appreciate you getting that up today. And then you're going to have to give me a lesson soon, hopefully. All right. Well, if there are no other comments, I'll give you one more round of comments before I close the net.
I thank everybody for their warm wishes, and maybe the next Scan TV will be the little one. I'll give her the choice on hanger or a little hint on the photo I might send. And it's the one back then.
Oh, thanks very much, Bill. Yeah, good luck. I think that'd be great if that's your next picture. All right. Thanks to all who participated in tonight's Scan TV Net. We hope to see you again next Wednesday at 9 p.m. And I really appreciate all the pictures and all the stories. That just makes it the mystery and the fun every Wednesday night. So it's always enjoyable to come to this net. The net is officially closed at 10:06, and this is Jennifer Garland, a Kilo India 1 Tango Tango Yankee Kitty, wishing all of you a great evening.
6YG KL7H4.
Want to call me? N6YG.
KL7H2R, George. I tell you what, just want to say thank you to your wife, because from what you said the other day, she was the one that encouraged you to come in, and an incredibly